The mother-daughter relationship should be one marked by nurturing, love, support, and proper correction. But sadly, for many women, their relationship with mom is just marked by dysfunction, blame shifting, self-centeredness, and manipulation. Look, it's difficult to hug a porcupine, even when she's your own mother. Hey, my friend, welcome back to another edition of the Building Faith podcast. I am your host, Kris Reece, and it is my mission, as always, to provide you with biblical solutions to life's tough challenges. So go ahead and hit that notification and subscribe button so you don't miss a thing. If you are being honest, there's no other relationship that you would ever tolerate such behavior from. And over the years, I've seen more men and women negatively affected by toxic mothers more than any other life issue. And nearly every time I witness these loving men and women hoping and expecting their manipulative mothers to miraculously change if they could just do enough, be enough, explain enough. This never works. So instead of trying to focus on loving your mother enough that she magically transforms into this marvelous mom, or continuing your relentless attempts at pleasing her, it may be time to learn how to set boundaries with her. So let's talk today about 4 crucial keys to setting boundaries with a manipulative mother. Number 1, accept her. Now, I don't mean accept her behavior and submit to her demands. I mean just accept the fact that this is how she is, and she may not change. And least of all, you certainly won't be able to want to change her. Proverbs 13:12a says, "Hope deferred makes the heart sick." Hoping that mom will change is not faith, it's foolishness. Constantly trying to get mom to understand how you feel when she has clearly shown you that she can't or won't care will only serve to exhaust you and lead you to further disappointment. Of course, continue to pray for mom. But as the late Maya Angelou once said, when someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Key number 2, stop shoulding. We make a mess of our lives when we don't accept reality and we remain stuck in the shouldas. She should care about my feelings. She should stop expecting me to drop everything and help her. She should be able to take the garbage out herself. Or maybe you should on yourself, saying things like, I should do this for her. After all, she's my mother. I should put others first, especially my mother. I should say something, but I don't want to hurt her feelings or get into an argument. My friend, when you find yourself constantly shoulding, it's likely that you've developed some codependency to mom, meaning that you need her to be okay with you in order for you to feel okay. This isn't okay. And I encourage you to check out my online course, Conquering Codependency Biblically, if you need some help breaking free from the dysfunctional opinions and expectations of others. Key number 3, share your heart. I want you to be able to give her a chance. So now I can almost feel your blood pressure rising as you want to scream, Kris, I've given her 1,000 chances. And I have no doubt that you did. But have you done it biblically? And oftentimes we think giving someone a chance is a matter of letting go of the offense and letting them do it all over again. That's not biblical. God holds us accountable for our sins, and others should be called out for their sins against us as well, including mom. And if you truly want a shot at having a potentially healthy and godly relationship with your mother, I want you to apply the Matthew 18:15 principle. And it says this: if your brother or sister sins against you, go point out their fault just between the two of you. If they listen to you, you have won them over. But if they will not listen, take 1 or 2 others along so that every matter may be established by the testimony of 2 or 3 witnesses. If they still refuse to listen, tell it to the church. And if they refuse to listen even to the church, treat them as you would a pagan or a tax collector. Yes, even mom. My friend, a title does not give permission to a person to have free reign to sin against you. So go to her, share your heart with her and how you've been hurt by her actions. And to possibly prevent defensiveness, I want you to avoid accusations and blaming with you statements. For example, avoid saying, "You're so manipulative." Instead, say, "I feel manipulated when you say and do things like blank," and then you fill in the blank. And if someone truly cares about how you feel, they will acknowledge your feelings and give thought to the actions that they contributed to that feeling. Now, just remember, you're not responsible for a perfect delivery in order to have communicated this properly. Only a toxic person will blame you for how you said something in an effort to avoid responsibility. Key number 4, lay down the law. How you communicate your boundaries can be the difference between success and frustration. When communicating your boundaries, you want to be clear, conclusive, and compassionate. Being conclusive means that you decide what the boundary should be. Remember that it will likely not be met well. So, if you are struggling with any fears of rejection or backlash, be sure to check out the course on codependency, Conquering It Biblically. Being clear means that you express exactly what the boundary is or what it will be if the behavior doesn't change. Wishy-washy says, "I won't tolerate you speaking to me that way anymore." Clear says, "The next time you start yelling at me when we're talking, I will hang up the phone or leave the house. I will gladly come back when you're ready to talk to me in a respectful manner without yelling." Compassionate means that you still keep the other person's feelings in mind. This is not a time to bash all of their bad behavior. Compassion recognizes that even if she is interested in changing, this is likely going to take some time, but it doesn't mean that you give in to the toxic behavior all in the name of peace. Unrepentant behavior should have consequences. Just remember, just because you lay down a boundary, don't expect your mother to get in line, realize the error of her ways. More often than not, you will have to tolerate inappropriate behavior, often worse than before, as your mother tries to reestablish her position of dominance. And it may come through angry outbursts, manipulative tears, or total withdrawal. And if you can remember that these tactics are meant to get you back to the place where she has control, you can now weather the storm easier and stand your ground. And if you need more help in saying no to a toxic mother, I want you to check out my online course called Biblical Boundaries with Toxic Family. Or perhaps you want to learn how to heal from a toxic mother and you can restore your life through faith. I will go ahead and include a link in the description section for both of those. So, my friend, which key do you struggle with the most? Let me know in the comments below. Do you want to know when to stay and when to walk away from a toxic mother? Go ahead and check out this video right here. You want to learn how to identify and deal with all the toxic people in your life? Go ahead and grab a copy of my free Toxic People Survival Guide. I'll go ahead and include a link in the description section below.